Hello everyone, it's Jodie here from True Lifestyle. So, last night I was actually watching some of the energies for 2020, and it really is a year of endings and new beginnings. I really feel that there's a lot of you that have recently become single. You've just dealt with a breakup, whether it's a breakup, a relationship, breakup of a marriage, but there's a very good reason for that, okay? You literally are single for a very good reason, and a lot of that is to align you to what needs to be done. This is definitely going to be a year where the energies is really going to be about breaking down what no longer serves us in order to rebuild what does. We'll see a lot of energies and fighting. Just the energies in total throughout the year is going to be one of definite fighting in order to rebuild, and it needs to be rebuilt as to what's going to serve us, as reserve us as a universe, as earth, as whatever is good for us or good for earth, in any which way. So things that are no longer working are going to be broken down. And so if you have just recently gone through a breakup, try not to be too disappointed and hurt. I know it's always said than done. Breakups are harsh and they make you feel very low. And I'm here to tell you that it does get better, okay? I know it doesn't ever feel like it at the time, but it really and truly is for your higher good, and in order to bring you in alignment to who you are, who you're supposed to be, and who you're supposed to be with. This is the year, if you don't change, it's going to be forced upon you. When God makes your life very uncomfortable, it's generally because He's trying to push you into something that's better. Maybe you need to become stronger, and so He takes away all your, if you're a table, for example, He'll take away all your legs, which makes you balance on the one leg, and that's hard and difficult, but He's teaching you how to grow other legs, but more positive legs, more stronger legs, so that you are able to stand stronger against, harsher environments, because life is becoming harsher. You are sitting with, as you can see already, we've started this year with massive fires. We've got viruses breaking out, just becoming so detrimental. Our health systems are just collapsing. Our world is screaming for help, and it's time that we now step in and do whatever it is to adjust. If you don't adjust, you're only going to fall further and further into a deep dark hole, and then you'll end up in depression and you're not going to be able to climb your way out, okay? So understand once again why everything is happening around you. It is to rebuild. The earth needs to be rebuilt, which means we need to become stronger. We need to become more resilient. We need to be able to be better human beings, treat people better. It's definitely a time in our lives where everything that we've known before us, structures, everything is collapsing. We've got women who are now being empowered, where previously they, weren't even looked upon. So now it's becoming a lot more empowered and into our own power, where we're no longer, I'm not saying needing men. If you want a relationship, you should want a man, not need a man. There's a huge difference between that, and this is the time to now do that, okay? People are being able to do who they want. We've become an era where the LGBTQ is all just very, it's in our faces, and it's just showing to us that whatever structures and belief systems that we once had, it needs to now change. We have to adapt. We need to change. Racism, it's going to become a huge impact this year, because it's forcing us to understand that hate is never going to bring about positivity, only love. Love your neighbor. It doesn't matter what color they are, it doesn't matter what religion they are. It's time for you to change. It's time for you to accept people for who they are, for whatever sex they are, for whatever love they are. This is just no longer the time for us to be old, okay? And so when it comes to bringing in a new love, it's now up to you to bring in something that's for the betterment of you, okay? And sometimes that's when God takes away someone out of our lives, is because really and truly, they're not there to help you grow. They're not there to bring you into a better you. They're just not good for you in any which way or form, okay? Doesn't mean they're bad people. Please don't misunderstand me. Doesn't say, oh, well, all your exes are, sorry if they meant a bunch of assholes, and if they're women, a bunch of whores or bitches, whatever you want to call it. It's not really about that. It's just you are who you are, and now this is to live your best life. Okay, so our reading all today is all generally for the singles out there who are wanting to know, why are you single? Okay, you might needing to understand a little bit more as to why you're single. Why can you not find the perfect person? And is there someone out there for you? And yes, there obviously is, but now you need to understand, what do you need to do in order to bring in your new person? Okay, so we're going to have pile number 1 being orange, pile number 2 yellow, and pile number 3 green. So have a look which card screams to you more, what color, what word. Orange has got your creativity and change. Yellow is flexibility, adaptability, and personal power. And green is compassion, love, and cultivation. Okay, so maybe those words scream to you, maybe it's just the colors, maybe it's the symbols. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to start with our first pile. Okay, so welcome to those who chose pile orange. Okay, so straight away I can tell you the reason why you are single is because you don't have enough belief in yourself. Okay, you're battling to believe that you are good enough. You're battling to believe that you are sensual enough. You're battling to believe you're sexy enough. And the problem with all of that is that you bring about this negativity into relationships. You either, the orange is also, it's the sacral chakra, so it's all about sensuality, it's about creativity, it's about, this pile is very much, by the looks of things, as I gaze through the cards, and I'll go through them now, but this is very much an artistic pile, okay? And what that's telling me is that your sacral chakra is completely out of balance, and because of that you're battling with creativity, you're battling to express yourself, and because of that you're not able to bring in the right person. You're either trying to conform to other people's beings, so you're finding a man that you want, or woman, sorry, please just change the genders accordingly. You are trying to conform to their beliefs. You're trying to be a sex goddess for the man that you think is adapted to porn, and so you're becoming his sex goddess, but it's not who you are. You are trying to be the perfect mother. You're trying to be this queen of rods, which is the warm, practical, creative, organized woman who is feminine, and she's fantastic, and there's a lot of strength, which is fantastic, but if you are doing it for the wrong reasons, you are bringing in the wrong man. Okay. You need to work a lot with the color orange, do a lot of orange healing, Google some orange sacral chakra meditations, and become more creative. You need to expand on your creativity. You need to be more like the Queen of Wands. So be warm, be practical, be a real person who is feminine and fair and positive and outgoing. She's very organized and she's creative. This is someone who has got a lot of inner strength with a warm nature, okay? She loves freedom and she's just a goddess. But be the true real you, okay? Be a real person. Don't be who other people want you to be. Because when you are and you believe and you walking, like the goddess that you need to be, you will then attract the right man. The man that will go, wow, I see who she is, I see what she has to offer, and I'm going to change because I want that. Okay, you should never change for someone else. They must not they must change for you, that's not, they must always love you for who you are. So they must chase after you, you must never ever chase after them. Okay, so straight away, the Queen of Rods, once again, that is the kind of person, and once again, please take this if you're male, you can be an energetic leader, you can be a man who's really a real person, you can be a man who's just an artist and who needs to get more in touch with his creative side. Whatever it is, this is the time for you to just maybe be alone for a little while you're waiting for this possible person to come in. Spend this time becoming more like an artist, because there you've also got the Page of Cups, and that's exactly what the Page of Cups is. This is a youthful individual who's, sensitive, insightful, and once again, an artist. Okay. This is about getting in touch with your inner child and take a look at your repressed feelings. Maybe there's something from your childhood that's repressed you, that's made you feel low and not felt good enough. Maybe boyfriends or girlfriends from the past made you feel like you were pretty enough, and they cheated on you, and they just made you feel like you just weren't worth it. And if that is the case, and those are the feelings you need to create, you need to go back to that part, do a meditation to that time in your life, and forgive and cut the cord with that person. And you need to say to yourself every day, I love you. I love you, body. I love you, fat tummy. I love you, big wobbly bum. I love you, dimples. I love you, droopy boobs. I love you, whatever it is. I love you, flabby arms. I love you. I love you, wrinkly faced. I love you, big nose. Whatever it is about yourself, you need to tell that part of your body, I love you. And allow yourself to become beautiful as who you are, okay? Because when you let go of the negative feelings, when you create the life that you want and create this image of yourself in your mind as to who you actually are, you will then bring in the Four of Rods, which is fantastic. The Four of Rods, try that again. Of Rods was the Four of Wands, so I'm trying to say Rods and Wads. It's all about success. It's about attaining the relationship. I mean, as you can see, here's the power couple. They're getting married. They are going on honeymoon. She's getting married. That's generally the kind of theme. Heading off into their castle in the future. And that's exactly what you will get, okay? You're going to get someone who will come in, and this person is going to love you for who you are, okay? And this will be the person who you will marry, and this is a person who you're just going to have such a good time with. There's going to be harmony instead of fighting and guilt and jealousy and fear. You're now going to be replacing that with love and harmony and teamwork. Someone who's there for you, someone who you can have really good times with, and you can laugh and be happy, okay? You've got the victory card, which again is the same thing. It's victory, it's celebration. There's flowers in there, weddings, stars. Your divine helpers are here to help you, okay? They've got your life experience. I mean, if you listen to the beginning, like I said, this is the time to spread your wings. This is the time to change. This is really your time to go, you know what, I want something, I'm going to lead to change, okay? Like I said, if you didn't listen to the intro, this is definitely a year for change. This is a year for you to become who you are. And as you've got here, look here, Page of Fire, an outgoing, creative, confident, a little bit mischievous. So I think the reason why is I also feel that you are actually going to bring in someone who is creative. You're going to bring in someone who's artistic. So therefore, if you are able to find your creative side, imagine how much fun it's going to be that you can bring in this Page of Fire. You're going to bring in this person who is really and truly going to be there to have fun with. This is someone who's going to give you the life experiences that you want. He's going to bring you he or she, sorry, once again, please change the sexes as you need. He's going to bring you the little fish that pops out the cup to say, boo, look here I am. I'm here to surprise you because, while you were so busy working on yourself, I've come along to give you a little bit of a surprise, okay? So yes, you are going to find you're going to have your victory, you're going to find your true love, you're going to find your person, but only once you become the real you, okay? Only once you become that creative, sensual goddess, or God, if you're a man, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, work on yourself, work on your sacral chakra, do some orange meditation, sacral chakra meditation, Google it, because it's time for change and it's time to be creative. Okay, so thank you for those of you who have chosen our first pile. I wish you all the best in your search for your love. But, once again, the minute you love yourself, this person is coming along. Okay, thank you very much, and I'm on to pile number 2. Okay, so welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 2, which is pile yellow. Alright. So the reason why you are single, okay, now please don't shoot the messenger, is because you are someone who is too controlling, or you're trying to control situations too much. And it just leads to being inflexible. Maybe you're trying to project too much power onto people, or maybe you're just not flexible or flexible enough in your choices in who you are dating. Okay. You've also got, I'll go through all the cards, but I'm going to go through what I found as need to be said first. You see here you've got restrictions. So here your angel's dancing around you with joy, and there's a big lock around your thought process. And they're saying, once again, as you can see there, flexibility, adaptability, personal power. Okay, hang on, let me just go back here. Okay, this yellow here is your sacral chakra, and your sacral chakra is all about your personal power. That's your personal power chakra, okay? And when that's unaligned, then you are either feeling like people are controlling you, and this might just be the case, so please take whatever resonates. So either you fear people controlling you, so you shut yourself down, and you just don't let people in, or you are so scared of being controlled that you try to control them, and you try to force them into your thoughts and your way of being, which will also bring about these restrictions. And then what happens is, people are not going to conform. If you listened to my first video, you would have seen in there that once again, this is a time where people are going to have to change. People have to adapt. You've also got the Emperor card here, okay? And so the Emperor card he's also a very formal, structured kind of person, This is someone who is, he's got a bit of an Aries, personality, but it's someone who is, it's a masculine energy. So, if you're a man, then this may be you might be someone who's very protective, maybe too protective of your loved ones, and so you become controlling of them, for example, because they got the Emperor is someone who's definitely someone who suffers with control issues, okay? Yes, you might be ambitious, and you might want things to go your way, but unfortunately we all have a fear of being hurt, right? And unfortunately, with that fear creates more fear, and I don't know if that makes sense, but trying to keep someone by controlling them is not going to keep them, okay? Trying to force someone to stay faithful is not going to make them faithful. You can literally lock your boyfriend/girlfriend in a room all day, with no phone and nothing around, and trust me, if they wanted to get out to be unfaithful, they would find a way, okay? They'll let the person in through the window, or whatever it is. You have to have faith in the person that you are with, that they are going to be there for you. There's a saying that a friend of mine said, and it was actually such a good saying. It's easier said than done, but listen to this, and that is, you need to love like you've never been hurt. You need to love like you've never understood pain. You just need to love and let go. And when you do, you allow the person to be who it is that they want to be. When you're trying to control the outcome, or trying to control them, or you want them to be your way, or it's your way or the highway, people tend to rebel against that, okay? With the Queen of Pentacles here, it's you need to be just a little bit more practical, okay? She's a little bit more practical. She's a kind, sensible woman, someone who's, quite balanced. She takes the pressures of life, with a bit of give and flow. She's a little bit more of a nurturer, and she's a lot more compassionate. And that's who you actually need to become. You just need to become a little bit more. There she's, she's stroking a furry little bunny, as you can see. She's got her money in one hand, so she looks after the money. She's got her crown, and she's a bit of a goddess, but she's a giver, she's a taker, she's nurturing, looking after the sweet little bunny. And that's what the angels are saying to you. You just need to be a little bit more flexible. You need to adapt a little bit more, because when you do that, you will get the love that you've been looking for. You've got the sun as your final tarot card, and that's just basically, that's vitality, it's positivity, it's optimism, it's achievement, happiness, success. It's really and truly very much the love, birth, and pregnancy card. Okay, so it's saying to you that you will obtain all of that when you just learn to let go a little bit. Okay, become a little bit more. You've got the Queen of Water, which is the queen that's also saying to you, it's got your relationships will develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. So instead of, constantly believing that your person or your boyfriend or girlfriend, whoever it is always going to reject you and is always going to be unfaithful and always going to leave you, have more trust, okay? Learn to deal with your intuition more, and your head less. Okay, that's what I think this is trying to say to you. Be a little more empathetic, be a little bit more patient. Okay, patience. Be a little bit more loving. I'm not saying that you're not a loving, patient, nice person. Please do not misunderstand me when I'm coming to you. This is really the angels coming to you with love. This is the joy guards coming to you. This is really, they're trying to help you, not trying to make you feel like you're a bad person and you don't deserve love. No, that's not at all. They're just saying, breathe a bit more in your relationships. Become a little bit more empathetic. Become a little bit more patient with people. We are all different, okay? Try and accept people. Be a little bit more flexible. Be a little bit more adaptable to other people, okay? Not everyone has to be at your level, okay? Not everyone has to see things the way that you are. It's quite possible for you to have a relationship with someone who is maybe like this page of water. A new person enters your life. So you see, a new relationship begins a new phase. Okay. You can bring in someone who's artistic and friendly and intuitive and sensitive, and without having to control the situation. So your message is, yes, there is a new person coming to your life. Okay. But this is a time that before you bring in this person, I even love that yellow. The sun's very much yellow energy, yellow. Maybe spend a little time in the sun, absorb the vitamin sunshine D that comes with it, and work very hard on your sacral chakra, okay? Again, breathe in yellow. Allow the sacral chakra, for you that don't know, it's between your chest and your belly button. So it's that area in your stomach, the one that just gets that knot, like when you feeling like something's bad or you're nervous about something, you get that big knot in your stomach. That's your sacral chakra, okay? And release it. Without getting into the shitty topic, but stomach issues. If you're someone who's constantly constipated, this is the reason why. This is your sacral chakra. You are so trying to control everything that even your stomach won't go naturally, okay? If you're someone who is constantly got an upset stomach, your sacral chakra is unaligned, okay? Then you need to maybe once again, you might be too hot-tempered and too quick to jump into situations, or being too impatient, so your stomach starts to run. Okay, it's a very, very good sign as to where your issues are by looking at your stomach habits. Okay, do a lot of meditation, see a lot of yellow, breathe yellow light into your stomach, hold it in there and breathe out like that, to release the negativity, release the control issues, guys. Release it so that your future person can come in and restrict your thought patterns. Okay. Wish you all the best of luck, and yes, just breathe. I'll speak to you later. Let me get on to the next pile. Hello, and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 3, or pile green. Okay. I'm going to go through your cards now. First card, we're going to have a look at this, and that's the green card has got to do with the heart chakra. Okay. When the heart chakra is unaligned, it's obviously can give you a lot of health issues when it comes to your chest, when it comes to heart problems, breathing problems. And if you are battling with any of those, then it's because your heart chakra is unaligned. Okay. And your heart chakra becomes unaligned when you have not dealt with some form of grief. Okay. So, be it loss of a loved one, an ex breaking up, maybe you've got a childhood pain that you're still dealing with, and if you haven't dealt with it, then that is actually the reason why you have not found the right person, and possibly why you're still single. Okay, because somewhere along the line you have brought this past pain into your current relationships. Okay, and somewhere along the line it self-destructs. Okay, and until you can heal whatever this might be, you will not find the right person or have the right relationship. Okay, your relationships will continue to end, and you just will carry on with the cycle. Okay, so I see you here as Four of Swords, who's someone who's obviously in deep contemplation. You're praying very hard for your soulmates. You're praying very hard to find the right person. You really and truly do want love, and you're spending a lot of, maybe a little bit of time in isolation. You might be meditating. You might be trying to have a bit of a spiritual retreat right now. And the angels are asking you to use your intuition here as well. Okay. You do have the soulmate card, which means your soulmate is coming in, but they can't come in until you actually do the healing. You know, here's your wish fulfillment card. It's saying to you, you know, you might be wishing upon a star, praying, doing everything you can to bring in your soulmate. And your angels are saying, there's no need to carry on wishing. They've heard your prayers, and they are going to bring in your soulmate. But it can literally only happen when you heal whatever this pain is. Okay. Now I'm going to come into these cards over here. Okay, you've got the intuition card, and then you've got the ego card. Now the ego card is very much the devil card. Okay. Now spiritual belief, or at least my belief, is more in the ego rather than the actual devil itself. But what, you know, and what I believe in is, so like back in the day when you used to watch, you know, Tom and Jerry or any of those cartoons, they would have this devil pop up on one shoulder and the angel pop up on the other. And what it is, that devil to me is just your ego. It's an inner voice inside your head that gives you just the wrong thoughts, the wrong little voice in your head. It's the horrible voice in your head. It's the negative voice in your head. So yeah, the ego card is like I said, it's got you a false sense of entrapment, okay, and then it's got your negative or fear-based thoughts. So that's exactly it. Your ego is the one who tells you you're not good enough, you're not lovable, you're too ugly, you're too fat, you know, no one's ever loved you, you're a horrible person, no one's ever going to love you, why would they love you, you're just terrible. You know, it's the one that thinks of, well, love's not real, love's not good, oh please, I don't believe in love. You know, my father cheated on my mother cheated on my father, my mother left me, my father left me. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, you know, an ex cheated, all men are liars, all men are cheaters, you know, you're understanding those are all the devil thoughts. That's all the ego coming in. Your intuition is your higher self. That's your inner light, your inner being, your inner child. It's the truth. You know, children are always innocent. They're always truthful, and they're all, you know, they always say, you know, you want to hear that honest truth, you'll get it from a child. And that's That's your intuition. That's the little angel on the other shoulder that says, no, rubbish. You are very much lovable. You are pretty enough. You are handsome enough. You are good looking enough. Your body's perfectly fine. There's no need to change this. No need to change that. You are perfect just the way you are. And yes, you do deserve love. Okay. And when you really and truly believe that, the first thing you need to do is to love yourself. Say to yourself every day, body, I love you. Brain, I love you. Hair, I love you. Eyes, I love you. Stomach, I love you. It doesn't matter how fat your stomach is, or how flabby your bum is, or how much cellulite you might have, or how big your hips are, or how droopy your boobs are. Whatever it is, I love you, just as you are. Yes, we can all do many things to help improve ourselves. We can go on a fitness program, we can go on exercise, we can read self-help books. All this kind of stuff is really, really, really fantastic. But it needs to come from a place of loving yourself, okay? Don't lose weight so that you can get a man or a woman. Don't change your hair, change anything for another person. Don't go get boobs implants. Don't go get your lips done. And none of that's actually going. It might initially attract someone, but, you know, no one falls in love with beauty or with, you know, that's all just on surface stuff. People fall in love with souls, with deep, deep souls, you know. It's the inner child in you. It's the thing that, you know, loves to give to others. It's the inner child in you that loves that's compassionate. It's the inner child that's likes to create or whatever it is that you are. That is who people fall in love with. So if you are not showing the real you, or you are blocking love or self-sabotaging love, then there's only you that can heal that. It's only you that can fix that. Yes, God can bring in your soulmate, but once again, he's not going to do that until he knows that you are ready. And when you deal with these actual issues and heal yourself, you know, do meditations, pray, but do your inner work. You know, once again, God can only help those who help themselves. I mean, you've got here the 10 of water, which is the promise that yes, God will give you the 10 of water. He will give you the rewarding family life, the contentment, the emotional, material, happy, trustworthy relationships. But you need to believe in it first. You need to let go of this ego. You need to let go of that inner devil, that inner demon voice, that negative thoughts, that negative emotions. Whatever it is, you need to release it. And then the beautiful partnership and the wish fulfillment. It's all there for you. It's all there for the taking. Okay. So once again, guys, yeah, there's plenty of meditations online. You know, you're breathing in the green light into your chest area, breathing out. Once again, if you're someone who deals with a lot of chest pains or heartburn or breathing problems, or you know you're always dealing with chest problems, that is your heart chakra that's completely unaligned. So yes, work on that, and you will definitely get the soulmate that's coming in. Okay. Well, thank you very much, guys. I hope you liked that reading. Don't forget to comment.